Hey, Steve and Alyssa here, and today we're making blistered habanada peppers.
These peppers are amazing.
And no, I didn't say habanero.
No, habanada. In other words, a habanero without any heat. And it sounds crazy, but it's really true. The first time we tried these peppers, it was a little even like,
They're an experience.
Yeah, because you get all the amazing flavor of a habanero, the smokiness,
The sweetness.
Yeah, amazing. But then
the heat never comes.
It's just not there. You get all the flavor, but no heat. So, and I know you might be thinking, like, why would you have a pepper without the heat? Well, truthfully, it just really does increase the versatility of them. I mean, the second we see these peppers, we find them, I have to buy them because I love putting them on a salad. We're going to show you a recipe today where they're blistered, similar to how people often cook shishito peppers. But the nice thing about this is, then you can just add a little bit of spice if you want, or some people want, through a dip.
Yeah, you can have these as an app, a snack.
Yeah, they're just awesome, plain and simple. And so this only takes a few minutes to make. So we'll just real quick show you how, although it's pretty self-explanatory, but by blistering them, that you already have the great flavor of the pepper, but then you get that extra dimension, that extra flavor from the char from blistering it. Really, really good.
Let's get to it.
Yep.
All right. First, you're going to start with a deep pan. It could be cast iron or any nonstick. Start with a teaspoon of oil. Let this get really hot. We want to sear these peppers. We don't want to just let them cook. So make sure your pan's nice and hot. Now we're going to add our peppers. Now carefully give them a stir so they're all coated nicely with the oil. Perfect. Now you're just going to occasionally stir it until they get nice and charred on all sides until you are happy with it.
Yep. And it shouldn't take too long, but just keep an eye on them and give them a stir, as we mentioned. One other interesting thing just to mention about these peppers, they actually were developed by a breeder out of Cornell University, and this same person also developed one of our other favorite vegetables, the honey nut winter squash.
So good.
Yeah, incredible, which now we're getting to that time. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for those.
So we're happy with that. We're going to just give them a little stir and then grab your plate. Carefully remove the peppers. You want to be a little quick with this because you don't want them to continue to char. So grab a tong or a spatula, whatever you have.
But it also can be to your liking. So these are a little on the lighter side, but of course you can eat these peppers raw as well. So don't worry about if they're not quite this dark, or if you let them get darker, that's fine too. But it really is, habanada really is a heatless habanero. And it has all of the amazing complexity and sweetness of the habanero, but it just shocks you because there's no kick at the end.
So once you get these plated up, we like to hit them with like really nice flaky salt. You can use regular salt, but it just lets those flavors really pop. And it looks pretty.
Yep, so just a sprinkle. And that is it. And they're ready to go. And we recommend serving them right away when they're nice and hot with your favorite dipping sauces. So easy.
That's it.
That's all. So the only thing, once you're done, as we showed, add just a little bit of salt. That really brings out the flavor.
Yep. We always serve this with a dipping sauce. We've done several different dipping sauces. Different aiolis, a Thai-style peanut sauce.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong. But just serve it alongside something to dip it in. And then we just keep them whole because then actually having the stem gives you something to grab onto when you eat it.
Speaking of.
Yes. Let's go ahead.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Doop, doop.
The smokiness and the sweet, and they're not completely cooked, they're just charred.
Yeah.
So you still have a crunch.
Oh man, so good. I could eat these all day long. that that little char adds a lot, you know. Just that smoky flavor, and man, delicious.
And it's just a teaspoon of oil, so they're not overly greasy. It's just delicious. Don't double dip.
I didn't, did you? Gross. And just be sure that if you are serving these to others, have like a little plate for the stems, because obviously you're not going to eat the stems.
Thank you for stopping by. Let us know if you make it down in the comments.
Yep. And so next time you see these peppers, remember, even though there's no heat, they are worthwhile. And then some.
You got to get them. Take care.